Greetings, brothers and sisters. This is Maria, your sister, sharing with you what God has been doing through Saving Health Ministries. In our last video, we shared with you the different activities that are taking place in Haiti. This time, we are focusing on the medical missionary work. Now, this is not a new activity. We have been doing this all the time that we've been in Haiti because we're focusing on health. As we know that health is the open door to get to people's heart. When someone is sick, when someone having difficulties, whatever problem, health problems they have, as we help them, they trust us, they become comfortable with us. And therefore, this is an opportunity for us to share God's love with them. So this is what we have been doing. The only thing, we have not been really making videos of the health expos that we do. But this time we are sharing with you what have been happening. 1 Corinthians 6:19, God reminds us that our bodies are God's temple. Therefore, if our bodies are God's temples, we have to take care of it. We teach others how they can better take care of their bodies through the different activities that we do on health. Many times we will do health expo in different locations. When we do health expos, we can do them in schools and churches and community centers, anywhere, wherever is available. We set tables, but usually we will, couple days prior, we will go around with megaphone and let the community know that such and such date we will be doing blood pressures for free, and we will check their blood glucose level, and we share vitamins with them. Whatever we have, we share with them as they come to check their blood pressure. And you would be surprised to know there are people walking around with very elevated blood pressure, not even know it. The majority of people don't have insurance. They don't have insurance, and they cannot afford to go to the doctor to know, how's their health going. So basically, when we come and we do these things, they are very appreciative. And we also use that opportunity to share health flyers that composed of the 8 laws, nutrition, exercise, water, sunlight, temperance, fresh air, rest, trust in the Lord. We explain to them, we have a flyer that we put together. We explain to them how they can follow these health laws, and that's their prevention for health. And we also have another flyer on the 3 angels messages. So these are the avenue that we use to get to people and to introduce them to the Lord. After we do health talks with them, depends on what's going on with their bodies. If their blood pressure is high or blood sugar, we give them advice, and then we tell them what they can do to get better. So God has been blessing us through this work. And this is something we constantly doing, not just, once a month or once every 3 months. This is a weekly thing that we do. And we have groups. We go out door to door and we knock on people's door and offer to take the blood pressure of those who are sick, those who cannot come to us. Usually people in the neighborhood will say to us, "Oh, we know this family down the street. We know somebody who cannot come. They are sick. So we go and visit them and we do what we have to do as medical missionaries. So the Lord has been blessed, and we want to thank the Lord for that, and we want to share with you what we have been doing. We have the example of Jesus in Matthew 4:23, as we know that Jesus was teaching and preaching and healing. In Matthew 4:23, it says, "And Jesus went about all Galilee, teaching in their synagogues and preaching the gospel of the kingdom, and healing all manner of sickness and all manner of disease among the people." So we have the example of Jesus, how he went about helping others through their health. You know, someone can have so much money in this world, but if they don't have their health, if they're not healthy, if they are sick, they can have all the riches in this world, but it's worth nothing if you don't have health. So Jesus himself healed many, many, many people while he was here on earth. And that is the example that we are following, so we can reach out those who do not know Jesus, so they can get to know him and fall in love with him. We have another example in John chapter 9, verse 6 and 7. It says, starting with verse 6, it says, "When he had thus spoken, he spat on the ground and made clay of the spit, and he anointed the eyes of the blind man with the clay, and said unto him, Go wash in the pool of Siloam. He went his way, therefore, and washed, and came seeing." We can see that Jesus healed the blind man. The man was born blind. Jesus healed him. And that was some type of a poultice that Jesus made and put on his eyes. And we have the example in 2 Kings 5, 1:14. We have the story of Naaman, how Naaman had leprosy. 2 Kings chapter 5. I have to move fast because we don't have that much time. 2 Kings chapter 5, verse 1 and 14. Naaman had leprosy, and then the prophet told him to go and jump in the river 7 times, and he was healed. And that was an example of hydrotherapy. Okay? And also, we have another example in Matthew 8, verse 8, where Jesus used the word when he spoke with the centurion. The centurion had a servant who was sick, and then he asked Jesus if Jesus can come and heal the centurion. And then he said to Jesus, "Oh, he's not worthy for Jesus to come into his house." So Jesus only spoke the word. Jesus didn't even have to go. He only spoke the word, and then the the servant was healed. I'm going to read that for you. The centurion answered and said, "Lord, I'm not worthy that thou shouldest come under my roof, but speaks the word only, and my servant shall be healed." He exercised a lot of faith, trusting that just by the word of Jesus, his servant will be healed. And when we look down in verse 10, where Jesus said, "Verily I say unto you, I have not found so great faith, no, not in Israel." So we have many examples where Jesus used natural remedies in order to heal. In Revelation 22, verse 2, also shows us that, well, the Bible says that in the midst of the street of it, and on either side of the river, was there the tree of life, which have 12 manner of fruits, yielded her fruit every month, and the leaves of the tree were for the healing of the nations. So we see that there are many ways that Jesus healed when he was here on earth, and he left those examples for us so that we know as we trust the Lord with these simple remedies, then Jesus can bless our work so others can get better. We also do a lot of hydrotherapy for those who are sick, but we're not going to have enough time. We will have part 2 of this testimony, because we're taking it to another level where we go to churches and teach church members how to become medical missionary. We've been doing like a small training, like 2 weeks training. It's not enough, but it is enough for them to get their feet wet so they understand their duty as Christians, as followers of Christ, that we all have this calling upon us to follow Jesus' footsteps. As we become Christians, we have to follow his work. And this is what we are teaching in Haiti, how church members can become medical missionaries. And it is a self-learning, so they will continue learning as they go. So as I said, and once we go, we leave them with a blood pressure monitor, we leave them with a blood glucose monitor, we leave them with books and whatever that can help them to continue with the work so they can learn. And as they teach their other members in the church, and as they go out and do the work, and the Lord will continue to bless them. As I said in our next video, we will show you how the Lord is blessing this work within the churches and how they are embracing this medical missionary training. This is something that we will be really focusing on, because as we teach members, the work can go faster because each member can become a medical missionary and then help their community, help their neighbors, help their household, and therefore the work will spread. And at the same time, others will get to know Jesus. They will be comfortable with the work that we are doing. By helping others, we are helping the gospel to go forward. Let us not forget to pray for Saving Health Ministries. Let us not forget to pray for the missionaries that are doing the work. Let us not forget to support this ministry, because it is not just for the state, it's other places in the world where the gospel, where others cannot go, but God has other children who are willing to go, in spite of, who are willing to go and to continue on with the work of Jesus. May God bless you. May you remember us in prayer. This ministry, God's work can go forward. Thank you so much. And in our next video, we will share more with you about this medical missionary work that Jesus gave us to do. God bless you. Until we meet again, Maranatha.